Good morning and welcome to day 15 of Vlogmas. As you can see, I am at work today and I've just packaged up a parcel, Christmas swap parcel with my friend Dawn. So it's all ready to go, Dawn, because I know you watch. So I'm not sharing that obviously with you, otherwise it will spoil the surprise. And I've got an order for a bee kit, so I'm just going to package that up and then I might pop down to the post office now. Get it done and out of the way. Then I think I'm going to get on with the penguin and find some ribbon for the gingerbread man. So I'll catch you all in a little bit and I hope everybody has a lovely day today. And I'm now stitching the actual penguin together. Now in the pattern, the larger penguins, you can give them a box bottom so they will stand up, but the small penguin, you don't have to. You can just, I don't know, just lean up against the wall, I suppose. And as I'm hand stitching, it's going to be a little bit harder to do a box bottom, something I've not done before. If you're doing it on a sewing machine, then obviously it's a lot easier. So I've just sat in, had a bit of a play, and I've managed to do a box bottom. So what I did was the base of the penguin, I've just blanket stitched that right across, and then I've blanket stitched so far down the side on both sides, and then I've turned it inside out. And basically I've just guessed this. There are a couple of markings on the pattern for how, you know, for when if you're doing it on the sewing machine. So what I've done, turned it inside out, I've popped a pin across there, and now I'm going to do some stitching right across there by hand, just like a running stitch. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. So it's it's just across there, just a running stitch with some embroidery thread, and then this is when the magic happens. I'm not going to chop any of that off because I don't think I need to. It'll stand up when it's stuffed. So when I turn it back through, I have a box bottom. So I'm just going to do the other side. At the moment I've got a pin, so I'm just going to stitch that up, and then I will continue stitching round, and then I'm going to start stuffing. I might actually put some weights in the bottom of it. I've got some in my cupboard in the other side. It's what people used to use for the reborn dolls. When the lady was upstairs who did reborn dolls, when she was leaving, she just gave everybody some some of these beads or whatever they are. So I think what I'll do to help him stand up on the shelf is give him a weighted bottom. So I will share a bit more progress later. Right, I'm sorry if the camera angles are a bit funny today, but I've actually got a little tripod stood in a plant pot, so you could fall off any minute. But I left my extending tripod at the shop today, and I thought I'd packed it. Anyhow, I've just hot glued the ribbon on the gingerbread man, and I think the bigger ribbon looks quite nice. So I'm very pleased with that. So I need to now find him a spot to live. And I thought I'd share the progress on my penguin. As you know, he's got his box bottom, and I've stitched each side up to the arm. So what I'm going to do now is just fill in with some weighted beads and a bit of stuffing. Excuse the rustling. But I don't know if you can see that, that is the weight. So what I'm going to do now is I'll put a bit of music on so you don't have to listen to the rustling, and I'm going to fill him up with some of these beads and a bit of wadding. And that's all the weighted beads I'm going to put in. It's quite weighty, and he actually stands up, which is brilliant. So I've put some stuffing in up to there. So what I'm going to do now is probably go back inside and continue stitching and stuffing until I've finished him. And what I think what I'm going to do then is I'm going to make his scarf, and then I've got to I think put a bit of blusher on his cheeks if I can find my blusher, and some buttons on the side of his head somewhere. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this tomorrow, so I'm not rushing it tonight. So I'll probably do this at work tomorrow. So yeah, I've got to go and get some tea now. So yeah, I'll be back in. I'll just change camera angle and I'll be back in a few seconds. And I hope you enjoyed that little look into how I make one of the Tilda penguins. And I think really for hand sewing it's quite a quick job, because if I go and sit down this evening I can probably get that finished, or most of it finished. So yeah, so it's a really good make, and there's 3 sizes, and it just proves that you don't need a sewing machine. So if you're somebody that doesn't own a sewing machine, or like can't afford one, you still can make these items. So I hope you have a go. And also, if you have any ideas of anything that you'd like to see me make, whether it's by hand or by machine, just drop me a message down below and I will see what I can do. And I think I'm going to round this vlog off now. Like I say, I've got to go and get some tea on now, and obviously I want to do a bit of sewing. I've got a few other jobs to do tonight as well. So I will see you all tomorrow for day 16. So I hope everybody has a lovely evening, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.